Hi, I'm Chet Bennetts with the American College of Financial Services, and today I'm talking to Daniel Richards about his latest research in the Financial Planning Research Journal. Hello, Daniel.
Thanks, Chet. Yeah, I'm Daniel Richards, a professor at York University, and I did research exploring how graduates build successful careers in financial planning.
Very interesting. So, what led you to do this research?
Well, I became interested because as financial planning becomes professionalized, there's a need for more, students to enter this industry, but it's unknown exactly how, graduates do that. And often graduates struggle with getting that first job and progressing in a career. So I wanted to know, well, how do those people who are successful achieve this?
That's great. And so, in that research, then, what were some of the main findings?
So we went and talked with 20 financial planning professionals, and we found three parts that were essential for progressing in your career. The first one is knowing the career path. So to move into a customer service role, then an associate financial planner role, and then a financial planner role. So understanding the career path was the main finding. And then the other two parts were graduates were relying heavily on social capital, relationships, networks that they made that helped them get a foot in the door. And they're also leaning on human capital, so experiences, licenses, but also all the education that we teach them at university to help them, ratchet up their career. And really, it showed that developing a career is not just like I learned something and I stopped learning, but you're constantly developing your human capital to progress into becoming a financial planner.
Right, that's great. So, transitioning then, so that makes sense as a former advisor and now in the academic space. So, why does this matter? Like, why is this important to the profession?
Well, I think it's quite important for students to just to understand how to build a career. So, on honestly, like at university, they get a little bit focused on, grades, content, learning that part. But our research showed that, the social connections is huge. They need to be able to, network. They need to be able to meet friends at university. Often that first foot in the door comes from, who they know as much as what they know. And for educators, I think we need to incorporate some of those elements into our classroom. Having students doing networking events, having some kind of, real life simulations in the like workplace simulations in our classes would help students develop. Finally, for
Right.
the
No, and that
industry, yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
go
go.
for it.
You
No,
go.
so we'll cut on the educators part, and so then Daniel, what does this mean for the profession? Like, why does this matter for the industry and for the profession?
So for the industry and the profession, I think the main thing is that financial planners should have an element of their job of developing the next round of financial planners. So through mentorship or just being aware that when you are working as a financial planner, perhaps the person who's assisting you, helping you with doing your work could be the next wave of financial planners coming in. A part of their job could be helping that new talent develop and make it into a better, more professional place.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Daniel. And if you want to read more about Daniel's research, go ahead and click the link within this.